Hey there, everybody. Man, oh man, Big Brother 23 is here.
Yep.
We had an eventful premiere. We have new twists, teams, new house guests,
More money.
more money. Who would have thought there would have been more money at this point?
Yeah, I kind of thought at some point along the line that it would bring up the prize money to $1,000,000, but 750 is nothing to sneeze at.
No, I think they're going to be happy with the 750. I am happy with the house guests. Like, by and large, I like a lot of these people a lot right now.
Yeah, I do too. I'm pretty happy with this cast so far.
Yeah, it's like there's nobody I'm just like distinctly mad at coming out of the premiere, and for me that's pretty good with Big Brother.
Although Travis did say that he was gorgeous like 10 minutes into the episode, so I'll just leave that on the table for people to think about.
Okay, well, Travis also, listen, dude, nobody in the right mind's gonna be like, I'm just hanging out on the beach, I'm doing that. It's like nobody believes you, Travis.
No, and I mean, it was such a bad smell.
Yeah, okay, well, we of course have a lot to get into here. Obviously, we will be back to discuss live feeds multiple times a day, all season. There's that subscribe button that's right under this video. You want to hit that. You want to hit that as quickly as Frenchie probably could have done that dice challenge if his game actually depended on it.
Okay, so just a tiny bit of an announcement here.
Yeah.
So I got a message today from somebody telling me that someone is using my profile picture from Twitter, which is now the dog. All pictures of me are offline, and that they are messaging people and pretending to be me. So I just wanted to come on here and tell everybody that if you receive a message from somebody in Illinois, and you're probably watching because you know who I am and you knew where to get my picture and a little bit about us and stuff like that. Please stop using my picture and contacting people, pretending to be me and catfishing people. I promise all of you, I will never text you. I just won't. I'm have really bad anxiety. I'm not gonna contact people that I don't know. It's not okay in general. It's kind of creepy. I'm just not gonna do it. So if you end up getting a message from somebody on your text, on your phone, in the DMs, it's never me.
Whoever's doing this, get your stuff together. Like, that's they got to get it together. I don't know what's
Please
going on
stop.
there. Yeah.
Please stop. Illinois, whoever you are, please stop.
Yeah. Okay. Frenchie. What a night for Frenchie. I would have never thought that this is going to be what happens with this guy on the premiere.
Yeah, he became a team captain, he became the HoH, and then he was given this sort of double or nothing deal by Julie, where if he rolled these dice and he landed them both on the platform, that he would be able to give his team 2 weeks of safety. If he missed and they fell off, then he loses his HoH completely and it would go to Claire instead. He decided right away, I'm not playing the game.
Yeah.
Julie was really like hammering in. You've won 2 challenges already. By the way, you've won 2 challenges already. I was just like, oh man, Frenchie really needs to not do this.
Yeah.
So when he decided not to do it, I'm like, aces, that is the right thing. Then Julie's like, hey, you've won 2 challenges already. Why don't we see how it was all gonna turn out? I was like, oh, Frenchie, you need to throw that. You just pick up those dice and you just launch them across the yard.
Yeah, okay, listen, if I was Frenchie, I would have never taken this deal in a split second. I feel like, first tinfoil hat, I guess, in the premiere, is that I believe Frenchie was kind of doing the thing where he was trying to throw the dice throwing and do it badly, but he couldn't make it too obvious, so he ended up actually getting it right before the end of it.
I absolutely think he was trying to throw it after that, because after that, he landed that first die, he started throwing it so that it was hitting that other dice and falling off the side. I was like, I see what you're doing, and it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be mad at Frenchie for throwing this or not winning it or whatever else. Have faith in your other allies that they can pull this off.
Oh, for sure. If he had taken that and lost safety, he would have been out.
Yeah, he would have been on the block. Probably one of his fellow jokers would have. But by the way, can we talk about Jokers. This just has me doing like Big Brother 14. I wish I had 2 of these Jokers flashbacks.
Also, shout out to Jokers. They've been around for a really long time covering this show. I'm sure they're over there having a party right now, probably... being like, I've been here since the beginning, and now they've got Jokers on the show. So that was kind of cool.
I can't wait until next season where they do the Animals edition and you have Team Hamster Watch who gets to have people on there.
Yes.
But I'm really especially happy for the Jokers because I feel like this is totally the oddball team. This is the team that probably needed to be safe because,
This is my team. I love Azah. I'm so down the hole with her. I just love her. I loved her package. I loved her energy. As soon as she was on that team, I was like, well, I guess I'm Team Joker. That's my winner pick.
You know who else I think really loves Azah? Frenchie. Like, Frenchie picked her number 1, and I was, like, watching him when they were going to commercials. He was just, like, talking up Azah, trying to get to know Azah. And I mean...
She is gorgeous. I imagine that there will be a few people in there that are going to be talking her up.
I feel like that is pretty likely. I would be down for a Frenchie Azah alliance. It feels like they would be totally random in a way, but it could work out for them. And also on this team, we have Derek F., who I was convinced when it was between him and Travis as like, who's the last dude gonna be picked? I thought for sure Derek F. was just gonna be thrown out there last, but no.
Yeah, and I'm glad that he wasn't. I mean, he seems like somebody that's going to be really beneficial to have as part of a team. I mean, he's so social, and people that are really funny, I mean, comedy is a great way to be able to make more alliances and sort of bring in more people. I think he's going to be really beneficial.
I like him a lot. I think he's just really, really funny and interesting. And Brittany's the last member of this team. And I have to say, she was doing the whole thing with the karate, showing all of her skills. And then she was like, I'm going to come in. I'm going to play hard. I'm going to win competitions. In my head, I was just thinking, strike first, strike hard, no mercy with
That's
Brittany.
Because you just finished watching Cobra Kai.
Brittany has been studying under Johnny Lawrence. Like, that much is official with her game strategy.
Listen, I'm also going to say that Brittany is one of the only people that came in there and one of the only women that came in there in her group. She was the only person that came in there dressed to play a competition. Everybody else came in looking dynamite, beautiful dresses, high heels. Not Brittany. Brittany was like, I am here to play. I am here in my gym clothes. Whatever they're going to throw at me, I'm ready for it, which I appreciate.
Can we tip the cap a little bit to production here? Because last season, if we remember those first competitions, it felt like they were heavily, like slanted this way for the bros to do really, really well at.
Oh, the foot jumping competition for Cody, who's a soccer player? Gee.
Yeah, I feel like it was actually kind of a level playing field tonight, which was nice and a little bit different.
Yep.
So that is the Joker team. I suppose we'll... we don't need to go through and recount, this person won this person, but we should talk a little bit about the other teams who we've had a chance now to meet.
For sure.
All right, well, let's move on to the Aces, because I gotta say, I'm not as huge a fan of the Aces as I am the Jokers, but I assume that's probably pretty much impossible at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Jokers is a really good team, but the Aces do have Derek X on it, who I really, really, really like, and Hannah, who I also really like.
I think here's the thing with me, is that it feels like Brent, I know he's a flight attendant, I know he used that same line like 3 times about how great it is to see the world or whatever. I feel like he's used that 100 times. He's too similar to Cody to me. It's like, he looks kind of like Cody, he sounds a little bit like Cody. I feel like I just had Cody for a full season of Big Brother, and as good of a player as he is, not that dynamite of entertainment. I don't need another Cody.
No, Brent feels like he's going to flirt his way through this season. That, and maybe I'll be wrong and he'll prove me wrong, and I hope that he does. But right now, he did use the same line over and over again, and it does seem like he's just going to flirt his way through the whole season. So do I think he's going to go far? Probably. But am I going to enjoy it? Not really.
Yeah, I would be all right if, and we'll talk a little bit more about this, what we see Frenchie end up doing with his power, because I think some dudes could be in trouble.
Yes, I think that some dudes are absolutely
Yes.
going to be in trouble. Frenchie has struck me so far as a person that is going to be working more with sort of the oddballs, and that he is going to, I mean, he's a big fan of this show,
Yes.
and he knows that if you don't get big bros out of the show quickly, then it just doesn't matter. You take your shot when you can, and that's it. You have to take it fast.
I feel like he's very tapped into Big Brother Twitter. I know he is a very avid member of Big Brother Twitter.
Yep.
I feel like he's going to do what he sort of thinks BB Twitter would want him to do, and I think that is a lot of working with the underdogs and targeting a lot of the big bros, and
Agreed.
I think he's gonna really like hone in on that.
I won't be mad at that.
No, I want
If
a
you've been
different
watching
season.
this channel a while, you know that we like the oddballs.
We are oddballs. I know that will be a surprise.
Speak for yourself, Matt.
What?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What?
I'm here with you in solidarity.
Thank you. That just proves our point. Okay, now we move into the Kings, which is led by Christian.
Yep.
By the way, it's kind of weird to have teams named Kings and Queens. It's like, oh, Alyssa, you're now on the Kings when, she would be the queen. She wouldn't be the king.
I was not surprised in the least that Christian picked Alyssa. As soon as she popped up on the screen, I'm like, it doesn't even matter who is next to her. He
Yeah.
is absolutely going to pick her, and this is absolutely going to move towards a showmance.
Yeah.
That's what this feels like.
It could have been a choice between here's Alyssa and here is Vanessa Russo, who is going to give you strategic advice the rest of the season, and he still would have picked Alyssa.
I know, yeah.
This is not a shock. And then we have Xavier, who, by the way, Xavier deserves an Academy Award for the throwing that competition that he did. Everybody else was trying to put together those panels so fast. Xavier's a basketball player, and he's over there being like, I'm gonna put this here.
Yeah.
I don't know how nobody saw this, Xavier. You were terrible in that.
He was, but it's the right thing to do. I mean, he's a buff dude, and people would probably be worried about him, and they should be. He's a buff dude, he's a smart dude, and he's a social dude, and they don't know everything of all those aspects of him yet, but Xavier has a really good chance of winning this show. So, it's good that he did that. But Sarah Beth, it was nice to get to know a bit more about her, sort of just based on her picture. I was kind of like, maybe some nerdy leanings. It was hard to really know, but after seeing her tonight, I mean, she's clearly team nerd along with us.
Yeah.
She's doing cosplay. Maybe she's also a LARPer with some of that. I don't know, but she seems really cool. Cool, nerdy cool.
Yes.
Cool for me.
Sarah Beth, we have designed a LARP that I don't know, we put this together like 7 years ago and we never went and did it.
I know, I was actually just talking to my cousins about that today. We got rained out of this LARP. We just don't know any other like real actual LARPers. So we were kind of like, we all want to do a LARP. My cousin made these arrows that had like squishy ends on it. I made a staff. We were ready to rock and roll, and then we got rained out, and then it never happened.
I had a ghost costume. I was very excited about it.
I
But
know.
guess what, Sarah Beth? You can be invited to our LARP. You feel like you are nerdy enough to appreciate.
Hell yeah!
Yes, we need LARPers. Maybe you can indoctrinate some other people in this season. Watch Xavier end up being like a LARPer. Here's the one thing I kind of wonder. The whole faking of the jobs. Is people gonna believe that Xavier is a bartender? I don't know.
Well, this is the thing too. So we had like the 4 people come out to meet Julie, and then they had pictures of them, excuse me, behind them. And I wasn't sure if this was like superimposed for us, the audience, to see, but while they're in there, they couldn't see because some of the people back there, like Tiffany, had like a stethoscope around them. And if that was something that she wanted to keep to herself, well, too bad, because production put that up there.
Yeah, no, it's a good question, and I think people have to be thinking about all of these sort of things. I did not expect Sarah Beth to come in and say I'm a voiceover actress. Like, that was something I didn't see in any of her preseason stuff.
No, but it's completely believable.
It is completely believable. I just really, I don't know. I personally love it when these people, they get attached to somebody and then they decide like 3/4 into the game they're going to start telling people, and then they get clowned and embarrassed and evicted because of it.
It's just really tough going in and lying about your job. And the thing is like, if you're going in and you're doing something that's AI related, I mean, it doesn't really help you to hide something like that, because if you're as smart as someone like Claire, I'm talking about AI and stuff like that, that AI and having that kind of information or whatever is not really going to help you in this game. I don't think anyone's going to look at that type of a job and be like, that's a problem. She gotta go. She knows AI too well. She knows coding too well. There is not a computer in sight, but she is going to be a problem this season. Like, it just doesn't really work like that.
No, and
even being in the medical field and hiding something like that, those types of jobs are not going to help you in this game. So why is it a threat?
I would just like to point out, as we move into the team, the Queens, that Tiffany herself came very close to just emulating my "she's out for blood" joke that I used before the start of the season.
I know, she's so good.
Tiffany, I love you even more now. But Claire, okay, here's the thing with my winner pick, Claire. This is the season of big risks, big rewards.
Yep.
Claire is either going to go the distance or she's going to be evicted in like 2 weeks because
you gotta say that.
I love Claire, but the thing is that she's really gung-ho about trying to make this women's alliance work, and I really hope that it does. But I think you can't get it together too quickly, and you can't run the risk of it being exposed too quickly, because if you're seen as the person who's starting an alliance, that's trouble. That gets you in serious danger in the game. But
she also mentioned, and this is one of the first times I've kind of ever heard this mentioned, and you guys can correct me in the comments if you've heard it before, but people have gone into the show being like, I'm going to be in a showmance. I'm going to be in 12 showmances. I'm going to love everybody in this house.
Yeah.
This is sort of the first person that's really talked about a showmance as strategy, and she's 100% right, where she was just like, I know that showmances go the distance on this show, and I know that it's a very good game move, and using it as a game move and not being like, oh, I'm here to have a fun summer, I'm gonna hook up with people, whatever. Okay, that's fine, but it's true. Showmances do go to the distance, and it is a good strategy to be able to get further in it. And I hate myself for saying this because I don't love a showmance, but Claire's not wrong.
No, and Claire also an avid member of BB Twitter, and whoever is running her Twitter account, I saw this tidbit. Claire made like a 70-page book for herself on how to prepare for this game. And let me make this clear. I would never go on Big Brother, but even if I did, I wouldn't even write a 70-page book. I would maybe write like a postcard of here's some things to do.
I would just call up Claire and be like, hey, can you help me out? Can I borrow your notes?
We're going to totally do the thing where we're looking over at the notes in class.
That's right.
Well, listen, that's a lot of work, Claire. Good on you. But also in Claire's team, we mentioned Tiffany.
Yep.
I really like Kyland. I don't have that much.
I do too.
I don't have that much in the way of specifics about it. I just feel like Kyland would be my friend in real life, and I kind of want that now.
I just think overall he's a really well-rounded person, and I think that those are the types of people that can really win this game. I think he's going to be able to be good at competitions. I think people are really going to like him. I think he's going to have a really good social game. He's going to be able to make really good, strong connections with a few people. I just think that he's got what it takes to win this game.
I really, this is why he came dangerously close to being my winner pick before Claire suddenly appeared in the cast, and I totally flipped on him. But you know what?
And Travis is also on this team.
Hey guys, bros, it's me, Travis. I don't actually know
if this is gorgeous.
I'm so gorgeous. I went to Texas. It's if you're going to go to a Texas university, dude, you got to go to SMU first and foremost, my alma mater. Also, I'm pretty sure you're just living in Hawaii now. It's I'm from Hawaii. I spend all day. I will get better with the impressions as this season goes along. I understand this is terrible.
Was he all I work for myself, and then he got shot with him with the laptop being like, okay, Joe, I'll see you on Monday. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
Okay. We need to create a character right here, right now of his during the day, I am ordinary Travis. I'll be on the meeting next time. Be prepared. Get the spreadsheet, and then as soon as work is over, I'm unbuttoning my shirt, bruh. I gotta go out into the waves. I'm super Travis now. Let me get on my. See, I'm mostly just doing this because I want to live in Hawaii and I'm jealous.
I am also jealous. I would also like to live in Hawaii.
Also, here's the one thing that is partially a pet peeve, but I also never want it to change, is there segments of people always acting surprised that the key is showing up. Like, Alyssa's, like, going through the clothes and the key's just like, where did this come from?
Yeah, it's hokey, but I mean, it's part of it.
I would do something like, I would be like, I don't know, opening a box of, like, Hostess cupcakes or something.
Like, oh my god, I am shocked!
Yeah, I would be like, this isn't a cupcake. And then I'd put it back and grab a cupcake and eat it. Okay, listen, I don't know, maybe I'm just hungry. This was a really, really fun premiere. I think it's kind of hard to talk strategy when we don't know much of anything, but I am going to put my neck out there. I'm going to make a bold hot take.
All right.
Head of household Frenchie. He is going to put up Brent and he is going to put up Travis on the block this week. He's just going to make it happen, make the move, count on your allies to protect you.
Yeah, and the thing is because he is part of BB Twitter and he knows what BB Twitter is looking for the most part. People do not want to see big alliances of strong men and strong women rolling over the house. And because he is part of BB Twitter, I think he is going to make that move right away, because I do get the feeling that he wants to come out of the house and still be part of the Big Brother Twitter community. And if he lets that happen, where stronger players get to stay in the house right away first week, that's not going to really roll that well for him in the community. So I expect him to make moves that will make the community happy. And those types of moves will help his gameplay as well. I mean, it just does. We always get kind of frustrated at the beginning where we're kind of like, why is everybody keeping all the stronger players in the house that can win the competitions? I mean, yeah, social game is important, but you have to win stuff to be able to move forward too.
Yeah, there's a lot of different nuance. There's a lot of things to think about, but I think Frenchie's going to pull through. One last thing I have to say here. Alliance name, Fraza. Frenchie, Azza, are we thumbs up, thumbs down on this?
I'll take any alliance that Azza is in, as long as she is protected. My girl needs to be protected.
She is safe.
Then I am fine with that.
All right. Well, what did you guys think about this premiere? Tell us your favorite house guest in the comments right now. Why you're rooting for them? What should Frenchie do? And of course, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Stick around. Our live feed updates are coming.
Yeah, we're going to be having multiple live feed updates every single day. So if you're new to the channel, expect them every single day till the wheels fall off at the end of the season. We are not going to give up on this show at all.
We're still in the sports car. We're not in the clown car yet.
No, we are not in the clown car. And even when we're in the clown car, if you were with us last season, you know that we do not care. We will drive that thing into the ground with you guys. We are here all season.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.